Let me see if YouTube is back up. God, my internet. Alright, hold up. Twitch should be back up and running. YouTube is now back up and running. What happened? My internet was stupid. That's what happened. It happens a lot lately. Hi, Goob. It happens a lot lately. Alright. We should be back. Twitch is back. YouTube should be back. Chris, they're refunding everything. All resources. 100% of all resources. I'll talk with my internet provider. The problem is, when it gets hot, internet goes down. They have outages all throughout the city. And there's nothing you can do about it. If it's out for an extended period of time, they will refund you for the days that it's out. But if it's just out for like 30 minutes or something, then honestly, they don't care. Copyrighted? What's copyrighted? Okay, I'm going to close the channel actually. I am going to close the channel because I don't know if we'll get... If my internet's not going to be reliable, then I'm going to shut it down and try to get to at least everybody. Alright, Secret Jackson got their team in right before I closed it, so props to you. Like, you posted right as I closed it. Alright, so Twin-et. Hyterial. Let's see here. Does this really work better than tanking? Wait, was it you? No, somebody was asking about this. Minotaur would be a monster with Bloodtooth's attack? No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Look at Rillia. Rillia's self-healing is amazing, but people's damage is so high that it doesn't come even close to being enough healing to support. His damage won't be all that good either. He only hits the front line. He has no crowd control. All he's got is defense, which doesn't help you against Ragnaroks. So Veg doesn't have to tank here. I think this is fine. I don't know that this is the most effective way to do it, but it is viable. It's very viable. You win more with Viv than Veg? I believe it. Viv tank is actually really hard to stop. So the way that you work from that then is that at some point you just remove Veg. Veg is slowly fading out. So who do you replace him with? Well, that's where it gets difficult. Bryn Sig. Bryn Sig. Or you build an Aegina to maximize this Hodor. Minotaur destroy Bryn? Why? What if Bryn's not in front? How? Then what do you do? If Bryn is in the back line, now your Minotaur is 100% useless. Think about that. Alright, so we are going to give this an 8.5. Because as good as your defense is, your offense is actually not super great. It's okay. It's just better than other burst teams, but you'll lose to the higher tiers. So, we're going to give this an 8.5. And your goal now is to replace Veg with someone else. Star Shards, Viv, Veg, Scold. Yep, that's fine. Rag on Kurt is fine. Gaia Bolga on Bale, great. And hi, Farhan. So this is really the type of team that you look at that you realize how Veg is slowly falling out. Is that he, as good as he is, there now becomes a point where even he falls out of usefulness or does not keep up. Because the meta with Sig and Bryn has moved so far beyond all previous teams that the previous top meta have taken a couple of steps back. So your team is great, but again, it loses very poorly. I feel like it loses very badly to Sig Bryn teams, and that's the reason for the score. So, all right. If you make an Aegina instead of Veg, it might be very interesting. It might help a little bit. Okay, so this is, who is this? This is Mamba24. Okay, what do you work on after your T4 Scold? Oh god. You have the copies for Veg Kurt. You can make Valk with elite boxes, don't do that. Drow to Veg. In terms of relative strength, Veg is still infinitely better than Drow. But Veg is only fading if you are playing at the top level. For anyone that's not there yet, Veg is still very, very strong. 6 Minotaur versus 6 Warriors. Who wins that? You'll probably time out versus 6 Watchmans. You'll probably lose to 6 Valkyries. And, oh, Daniel, which team is yours? And let me see, what other warriors are even viable, honestly? Warriors have been a little bit weak lately. They haven't released a good warrior since Valk that, besides Bryn. It's basically just Yig and Watchman, and neither of them are that great. Minotaur hits all people at 6 stars? Really? That's actually news to me. Oh. I did not know that. I did not know that. But what does his T4 do? Okay, okay, so he hits all. Oh, that's... But his attack is so low. He's gonna do like... But he has no buffs. I think Valkyrie would wreck him. Like 6 Valkyries, if you build like 1 for support and 5 for damage, will destroy it. Because I think Valkyrie loses or drains attack. Let me see that actually. No, I can't see T4 Valkyrie stats anymore. Oh my god, this game. This freaking game. I need a T4. Oh, Daniel, you're Mamba? Alright, alright. This stupid game. I need a T4 gallery. Alright. Cannot stack. Alright, so Valkyrie reduces attack by 20%, but it doesn't stack. So... But they... let me see. And basic attacks drain skill damage 20%. That does stack. No, I think 6 Valkyries would destroy them. No. Well, the answer is my alt account still has T4 Valkyrie and Monkey King and other heroes. Just my main doesn't anymore. So I have to switch accounts if I want to look at them. That's all. Although, let me check hot list. Is Valkyrie on hot list? Oh. Oh no, she's okay, she's 4th. Okay, Valkyrie's still there. Minotaur T4 has 60% chance to stun warriors? Oh god. Valkyrie may not do it. Valkyrie may not do it. But that's only against warriors. So if you're trying to say that Minotaur is the best warrior to fight warriors, okay, sure. Aside from Bryn, you're probably right, but nobody else uses warriors, so your team will never beat anybody. Alright, so back to Mamba. Let me see. He said, rag on debt. How the freaking hell does an account like this have a rag already? Jeez. And, wait a minute. Hit rate, attack. Gospel Song is hit rate and attack. Oh well, so you only have one. Okay, gotcha. Dragon Blood on Kurt, whatever. Rag on Dead. Star Shards on Reaper and Scold. I don't know about Star Shards on Reaper. Reaper Scold. I would put the Star Shards, instead of Reaper, I would put it on Vivienne. Okay, so you ask after you finish Scold, who do you make? Not Valkyrie. I would recommend, personally, using Phoenix Stones, finishing copies of Hodor, and converting Hodor to, or converting Reaper to Hodor using Phoenix Stones. Reaper is not good anymore at this point. As far as using Freya for food, absolutely not. And so the thing is, yes, it's not ideal to use Hodor without good DOT for damage, but he is still god level support. He is some of the highest level of support, so don't even worry about that. So meaning that if you want Veg or Kurt, you probably want Kurt. So I would say finish Kurt and then convert Reaper to Hodor. And then when you have a 6th, who can the 6th be? The 6th can even be Freya. Now, as far as strength of this team, it's not that good. And putting Valk in front is a terrible idea. Grand for fun? Sure. I mean, if you're going to build Minotaur for fun, why not build Grand for fun? I'm going to give this team a 6. It's okay. But yeah, that's what I would say. Build Kurt and convert Reaper for Hodor. Don't worry about Hodor from Moonstones. Try to get him later. He's available all the time. Jack, you're answering your own question, aren't you? Honestly, I don't care if you build Grand on your main. Like, I'm past telling people that they're making a bad decision. No, I'll tell people that it's a bad decision, but I no longer care if you do it anyway. Because I'm not gonna waste time trying to convince people to do what they don't want to do. And it's like, I can only help you as much as you want to be helped, right? So if someone says, oh, I want to fodder Scold, and I'm like, you shouldn't, and they're like, but I would do so much better if I did it, screw it, I'm just gonna do it. I don't care. You know, if you want to do stupid things, do stupid things. Tank with Vivienne? Absolutely yes. Absolutely tank with Vivienne. She is an amazing tank. She is an amazing tank. With what you have, it doesn't matter for the last two spots, but like I said, Kurt and then either Freya or Veg for your sixth would be great. You're in a good position. You can convert from here and do pretty good. So just wait it out and eventually get there. I feel like Arwen would be great too. But you don't have the copies of Arwen, so work on it when you get there. Alright, next is Galaxy Axel, who... Hi Hua. Oh, you're in here too, aren't you? You're like 2 people down. Alright, so Galaxy Axel asks, should I convert my Monkey King to Chesia? You know? I'm gonna say no. I mean, the answer is yes, you probably should at some point. Hi, Jackson. But you can't even use Chesia right now. If you don't have Hodor, why do you want Chesia? This is... What good will Chesia do you yet? So the answer is yes, convert, but do it when it actually matters. Now, if you're sitting on like 30 Phoenix Stones and you don't really care anymore, then just go ahead and do it. But just remember that you're not going to see anything major with that. Well, you could use Mulan. Mulan Chesia. It's okay. It works. When you have Hodor. I mean, so the other thing to think about is you're trying to convert Chesia. Do you know why you want Chesia? Do you know how to use Chesia? Like, what is your reason for making Chesia? Like, do you know how she needs to be built and what she needs to do? Because if you don't know the answer to that, then Chesia doesn't help you. She is not a hero that you can just throw into a team and do well. She doesn't do that. She's much, much too weak for that. She needs to be in a very specialized team that focuses on making her good. Like, she needs to be the center of the team. If you want to copy my team, then go for it. You're basically just missing Hodor. Because what's my team? Mulan, Viv, Hodor, Skuld, Aegina, Chesia. Like, Chesia won't even improve your arena ranking. Not yet. When you reach the point that you are completing, like, my energy denial team, then go for it. Go for it. But you are pretty far off of that. So, like, you're missing 2 heroes completely, and Mulan is underleveled. So that's, you know, at least 2 months away. So there's no need to rush for that. Dual blades for Chesia. Who does Chesia silence? Does Chesia just silences at... Let me see here. 25% chance to silence. So the thing about dual blades and all of those is, I believe that in almost all cases, except for maybe Centaur, who seems to work a little bit differently, they need to be silenced before you hit them, before you get the extra damage. So if Chesia is the one doing the silence, then Chesia is not the one who gains the bonus damage from the dual blades. So I think that if you keep that in mind, Chesia is not the hero that wants dual blades. Funnily enough, Hodor might actually benefit from that. Maybe not, actually. I don't think Hodor's stats work at... I don't think it helps him at all. So, I don't know. It's... Dual blades are something that is just very hard to understand how to use well. If you have to ask, then probably you're not the one that should be using it, because so few people know how to use it that nobody can help you. So, I don't know how to maximize it. I really don't. You will have to be the one to figure it out, which means you can't ask other people for help. You gotta figure it out yourself. Tank Veg and replace... Tank with Viv and replace Veg for Kurt? You don't really need Kurt, though. I mean, that's fine, but I would probably tank Viv and use Hodor instead. Although you don't have Hodor, so... I don't think that removing Veg for Kurt is a big improvement. Item for Chessie and Energy Denial Team is energy. It's energy. Alright, so Galaxy Axle. This is an extremely generic burst team, so we're going to give it an 8. 8.5. We'll give it an 8.5. He's got Viv. Is it an improvement? Probably a very, very small one. It's not really major. Hodor goes through Kurt. So, if they have Hodor, it's like your Kurt's barely even there. You think about that. So if Kurt is not even going to be like a primary source of damage because you're trying to hold them down with Sig and Bryn, then why is Kurt there? He doesn't bring as much to the team as you need at that level. Double Rag? I mean, that doesn't give you more points. It really doesn't. It's the heroes that make the team, not the artifacts. Okay, next is Damba. Prejudice, in that case, you would use Ragnarok, wouldn't you? Wait, how does Chessia get full energy before she fires? How do you have so many heroes that are faster than her? How is she gaining full energy? 2 Mythic Tears the Goddess only gives her 90. If she's getting hit before she fires, that's now something that is not reliable. Like, if they don't have a hero that has energy that hits her, like if they have Bryn or Sig and they don't hit, or not Sig, but if they have Bryn, 2M3 gives her 12.5. Oh, you're right. You're right. You are right. Okay. Okay, that's fair. In that case, Ragnarok. I forgot about that. She gains 12.5 when anyone fires, not just allies. I think. Am I wrong? Yeah, it's any hero. When any hero fires skill, she gains energy. So, okay. Then, yeah, Ragnarok. Alright, oh god, what am I looking at? Who is this? This is Damba. Bryn, Skuld, Viv have energy. Should Lindbergh have energy instead of Bryn? Should you pull for Bale? Or wait for new hero? I feel like Bold made this team and he's copying that. But a team like this, Lindbergh really needs his skin. Like, this is just not effective for Lindbergh without his skin. His hit rate is so bad, he's just gonna miss all the time. Wait, what the? He only has 6 T4s and one of them is Bryn? Holy cow. Holy cow. That means you must have completely skipped Sigurd. And even then, that's crazy. That is crazy. These are so strong T4s to have as your first T4s. How the hell? Okay, you have Lindbergh's skin. In that case, I'm not the right person to ask. You have to ask someone that's actually used Lindbergh at the highest level. I know Bold has, and he used a team similar to this, and it worked really well for him. But I never fought it. I've never seen it in action, and so I cannot help you with that. It seems like it should be fine, and it seems like Lindbergh wants energy, but I don't know. I really, really don't know. But I can imagine that this team is very strong unless they have Sigurd. You want to replace Lindbergh? That's a tough one. Sig, maybe Aegina. I don't know how good Aegina works with Bryn, actually. I don't think it's great. Because Aegina will wreck their gargoyle. Bold used Rag on Lindbergh? Okay, that makes sense. So then you don't need energy on Lindbergh. Man. I mean, you're at the point where you are so much higher than the average team that it's going to require very specific things to be better. In this case, it's basically Sigurd. It's basically just Sigurd. But I feel like Lindbergh should do pretty good on this team, honestly. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, so we'll give this team a 9, because it's really good. Aegina may or may not help. I really don't know how good Aegina is with Bryn. I actually have not tried that. I just imagine that it's not the best combo. Alright. As far as pulling for Bale or waiting for new heroes, that's up to you. It would be better for you to decide whether you are going to focus on new heroes, because they're the only things that can potentially improve your team, or if you just want Bale because you want Bale. But the efficient way to do it is always to be on the new hero cycle. That's always the most efficient, but it's not the most satisfying. Aegina helps Hodor, but I don't know if that's the core of his team. Is he working the team around Hodor, or is he working it around Bryn? You can't really do both because they kind of work separately from each other. Hi, MTG. Doms, there is no 10 team right now. At this current time, there is no such thing as a perfect unstoppable team. Unless you're looking at a whale team with like 4 M3 Tears of the Goddess, in which case, I mean, why are you asking for help? Why are you even getting critique? You're just looking to flex your money. Alright. Next is Doms. How many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, there's 8 left? Okay, let's rush. I want to finish. Okay, so next is Doms. Oh. Oh. Wow. This is like drinking a lemonade, and then in between sips, someone dumped an entire jug of salt into it. That's basically what just happened. Alright, so minus 1, 2, 3 points for that. So whatever score you get, you are getting minus 3. Now let's look at the heroes. Wait. Drow is T3. I thought she was T4. Nope, it's minus 4. I thought that this Drow was T4. I was wrong. I bet if I could see his achievement, he would have another minus point. But people are now saved from losing that point. So you win this round. Is Verthandi worth building at your level? No. She's good up to like 7th, maybe 8th T4. After 8, you really shouldn't even think about making her anymore. And even 8 is like pushing it. Doms, this goes beyond 6 to 7 months ago meta. The concept of building one T4 at a time is a thing that has been in existence since T4 existed. So you're not using 6 months ago meta, you're using failure meta. A meta that never existed. Okay, so how do we begin to fix this? How do we begin to fix this? 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, so off the bat you have Olivia, Medusa, Luna as fodder. So you've got 3 fodders. You can also fodder the Dark Judge and the Spider, so that's fine. Okay, step 1. Step 1. Oh god. Where do I begin? Step 1, use Phoenix Stones, break down your Hodor. Step 2, convert your Aiden into Hodor. You need 7 copies, so you may have to wait a little bit to do that. Step 3, use Phoenix Stones. The Skull Hero, this is Aiden. Aiden's skin. Step 3, I actually would recommend you break down your Drow and use it to finish either, whoever you have left, Hodor, Valk, or Phoenix to T4. One other option, in case you're just too far away from Hodor, if you're too far away from Hodor, break down Drow and work on... No, I want to say work on Vivienne, but I don't want you to work on her until it's time. So you need to start finishing heroes. So break Drow, finish Phoenix. So if you break Drow, you will end up with, let me see. What do you get from breaking down a T3? You get all 9 stars, right? You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get 6 9 stars back. So if you break down Drow, you'll get 6 9 stars. You're really far from Hodor? Okay. Then don't worry about that for now. Just ignore your Aiden. Your Aiden is a placeholder until Hodor. But I do advise you break down your Hodor and work on that. I think this will cost you 2 Phoenix Stones to break him down. And then 5 more for Aiden conversion, and 5 more for breaking Drow. So you need 12 Phoenix Stones. I don't know how many you have, but I'm going to assume it's 12 at least. Maybe you might not have that. Maybe you might only have like 8, but I don't know. You probably don't have copies of Valk, Phoenix, or Skuld, which means no matter what you do, you're going to lose a crap load of points until you get it better. How do you break down a hero? Go to Altar, go to Return, and choose them here. So if I have a 7-star, if I break down the 7-star, I get my 5 stars back. If you break down a... Oops, not there. If I break down a T1, let's say, you see I'll get 3 9-star fodders. Oh, 3 9-star fodders. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll get 6 back if you break down Drow. Okay. Okay, so break Hodor. Focus on converting Aiden to Hodor. Break Drow. Focus on finishing your T4s. Arrow. The -1 is for people that bought a hero with Moonstones before buying an artifact. That is something that we will not know they did unless they tell us, or the old achievements would show you. Hi, Christian. The old achievements would show you here. You would see exchanged a hero or an artifact, and we would see people that have finished the hero one but have not finished the artifact one, meaning that they bought a hero and not an artifact, and that's a -1 point, because that's a very dumb decision. Okay, so returning a hero before fusing worth. No, don't bother with that. Returning, I think, returning a 5-star, you lose like 30-40% of the resources you use to level them, so don't bother. Alright, so that's already a lot of input. As far as your score, you get like a 4. Achievement with 100 keys? Yes, I have. The achievement used to be 150, and I was at 120 or 117 or something like that. And then anybody who had that many automatically got the achievement when it was added, when it was changed. So here, because it used to be 150. It's full resources back up to 9-star? Oh, really? Well, but he's talking about 5-star. Really? Hold on. I didn't know that. So if I want to return, I don't know, this? But it costs you gems. That's not worth it. Why would I want to spend gems for that? And yes, the only artifact that people need to focus on buying is star shards. Okay, so Doms, this team would get like a 4, maybe a 5. Okay, let's say it would get a 5. Because you do have Freya, but you're probably going to get screwed because of all these. So never mind, we'll give it a 4. Christian Luna is a terrible T4. So, because you got a 4, and because you have minus 4 points, your grand total is null. So we're going to give you a 0. We are going to give Doms a 0, and you are most definitely our biggest loser today. How many shrimps do you want? How many shrimps do I want? 3? Yes, you are most definitely getting the crown. Good God. Alright, so moving on. I need to finish now because it's starting to be food time and I get to try laksa. Christian, why do you want a second phoenix? Second phoenix is also a terrible idea. Alright, I also have T4 Phoenix and Detlef. Should you change? No. I have 5 Bale. Should I buy from Moonstones? Why would you buy Bale with Moonstones to stop at 7? Why would you care about stopping at 7? Getting to 7 doesn't help you. 4 Hodor, we'll get 3. Which one do you build? The answer is neither. Don't build anything until you have 9 copies. Do not build anything until you have 9 copies. This team gets a 9. This team gets a 9. It's really strong. If you're not going to tank with Veg, put him in the back. At least putting him in the back gives you higher crit rate on him and makes him do a little bit more damage. But yeah, this is a really good team. We saw this team, though. Who had this team? Twinette. Twinette had this team. But Twinette did something different. Why did I give Twinette an... Oh, Twinette had Hodor. But this guy has Sigurd. Okay, yeah, Sigurd's way better. Makes him vulnerable to Azathoth. When you're fighting at this level of player, Azathoth isn't as scary as you think he is. Azathoth is fading. Definitely Azathoth is fading. Arwen or Sig 1v1? Arwen. Sig will fire first, drain her energy. Arwen doesn't need energy to kill you. Arwen will then, her first hit will weaken Sigurd by 40%, and Sigurd won't be able to kill her before she crits round 2 and kills him. Like, he can't remove her 70% bonus. And because she never fires her skill, she'll never get petrified by his passive. Arwen should win that really, really easily. Okay. Christian Vivien's a really good T4, but because you're asking if Saizo is good or not, I suggest you take a look at the tier list down below because you are working off you don't have a good view of which heroes are good. Oh yeah, he blocks the first weaken, huh? Okay, so if he kills her in round 2, then she wins. But I don't believe that he does. Because her first hit breaks his bubble, but her second hit is 70% damage higher, plus 70% damage. I don't know, actually. I'm very curious. I feel like Arwen does more burst damage faster than Sigurd, but that one is one that I would love to try out. My personal thought is Arwen. Hodor, Aegina, Bale. Bale doesn't help Hodor as much as you think he does. Bale is so slow that he will never give Hodor energy first. And so Bale is just kind of there. But he's not part of the Hodor strategy. He's just there. Alright, Veg as first T4. Chesia. Chesia can be faster than Hodor, in which case you make Chesia and Aegina both faster than Hodor with energy, and then Hodor kills 4 people on turn 1. See, Vandit, I don't know. We tried Sigurd versus Ripper, and Ripper was so squishy that he just died. I think he died turn 3 or 4. Maybe 3. So does Arwen kill him in turn 3? Probably? But Sigurd's faster, so that's also an issue. Jacob, Hodor's bonus damage doesn't use his own defense break at all. So no, that doesn't help. This one's really hard to explain because it goes against what people would understand about Hodor. Is Hodor's extra damage, all the curse damage, it acts as if it's coming from the source hero and uses all of their stats. So Aegina fires, Aegina does all the bleed poison. Hodor fires, takes all of that, and it uses Aegina, it uses Aegina's attack stat, it uses Aegina's defense break, it uses Aegina's faction advantage, and then the only thing that Hodor actually does is put a hard cap on it at 2000% of his attack. Hodor's own death break, final damage, anything does not come into effect at all. So even if Lorelei fires and reduces Hodor's skill damage, it doesn't stop Hodor. The only way to stop Hodor is reducing his actual attack, which means someone like Valkyrie stops him. Themis and Arwen do not. So he's a very, very complicated hero to understand. But when you understand like how to maximize him, that's when he starts to get really amazing. Christian Ultima is just very hard to use. I really suggest you do not focus on any B tier or lower heroes, because anyone that's B tier is not new player friendly. The hit rate matters because his skill can miss. And if he misses, then he won't do the extra damage. As far as hit rate rune, there is an accuracy rune that comes with 20% accuracy. It looks like, let me see what it looks like. Hold up. It looks like this. This is the accuracy rune. So my Hodor has it. 20%, 20.5%. Ultima is very hard to use. You can't just have an Ultima and expect to do good with her. You have to have a very good backline that is designed around firing faster with Ultima. Like, if you just have a Kurt Bale team with Ultima, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. Like, Ultima doesn't even help Kurt that much. Or at all, really. I mean, it does, but it's not enough to make a significant difference. Let's put it that way. Alright, so back to Hua. Your next turn is a T4 Veg. That's fine. Veg is a decent first T4. Do it. Should you fodder lore for Viv? Do you want to make Lorelei? I mean, I can't answer that question. Hit rate artifact? The hit rate artifact is so cheap. Like, are you telling me that hi Omar, that in your artifact you don't have one of... Wait, where the hell is it? You don't have one of these? This is the hit rate artifact. If you're gonna tell me that of all your orange artifacts you don't have one of these... And even if you don't have that, you don't have to use that. You can use this. This is the same thing. You can use this one. Or not this one, sorry. You can use... Where the heck? I don't have one. You can use... No, not that one. You can use this one. So you've got all of those artifacts. Dragon Scroll? You can't buy Dragon Scroll from Moonstones. So, no, that's not the one he's talking about. I think he's talking about... he's talking about... What? Do I not have one on this account? He's talking about this one. Soul Torrent. That's such a bad idea. Asir, I'm not going to stop you. If you don't want to make lore, then fodder her. I don't care. If you regret it later, it's your fault. I try not to fodder rare heroes until I know absolutely for certain that I will never ever use them. But if you think that you won't, then don't. Okay, so first T4 Veg. I think it's an okay build. I think it loses very badly to No, it might do okay against Detlaf. It'll do badly to Ripper. And it should time out against everyone else. So it's good on defense, not the greatest on offense. We'll give it a 7. It's okay. Joao used it on Freya. Alright, next is Tyrael. Oof. Build order. Bryn for Det. Viv for Verth. And Tank Phoenix. Sig for...
Look at this egg. It looks like it grew a tumor.
What the heck did you do to that egg?
It cracked open and came out.
Wow. Who do you replace for Sig? Probably Phoenix. And then you tank with Viv. So this team in its current form would probably get like a 7.5. Yeah, we'll give it like a 7.5. It's okay. But, so your plan is fine. Converting Reaper to Hodor, that's great. Once you get all those heroes... So, the thing is, like, the highest meta is really kind of a mishmash. It doesn't... There isn't really a single best version of it. It's just Bryn, Sig, Skuld, Hodor, and throw in some other heroes, and it's gonna do amazing. That's like... That's a 9.5 team. And so it's very hard to say, oh, this hero is better than another in that slot. It's just use whatever's good. Alright, next will be Encon. Who do I build next? Arwen, Viv, or Veg? How does this guy have 9 Arwens already? Oh my god. Arwen, Viv, Veg? Wow. Okay, so my personal thought is Arwen. That's my personal thought. If you want reliability, you want Viv. If you want to have some fun, you want Arwen. Arwen puts you in the same realm as Molester, which is an exceptionally hard team to fight. but Viv is more... So Viv is like the safe bet, Arwen is the fun bet. Choose whichever one you want. This is a 9 team. This is so hard to stop. This is so hard to stop. Like, Ripper is just so strong early. He really is so strong early. Okay. Next is Mega. Mega probably isn't here anymore. Aww, why? Aww. Aww. Alright, so minus 2 points. You know what really hurts about seeing this? Is that he has 9-star Phoenix and 8-star Kurt. That means you can't even convert the Medusa. That means you can't even convert her. Honestly, I would break her and start over. She's useless. She's useless. Break her and throw all the fodder into Freya. Break her and throw it into Verth and then Freya. Tiger King Sabretooth? What are you what's Sabretooth? Converting Ripper to Aegina. Once you have like 5 T4s and you have a Hodor, then it's worth it. Before that, no. Alright, so you got minus 2 points. Yeah, that would be my first step. Return Medusa and make Verthandi T4 and then work on Freya. Tiger King has fangs? I do not look at these trash heroes. Tiger King also does not have those fangs at 5-star. So his 6-star is kind of silly looking then. He would look better if he kept them. Why does he gain them and then lose them right away? That's very stupid. Alright, so this team... Maybe like a 4.5. Maybe a 5, not quite a 5. So 4.5 minus 2, 2.5. Grand, what does Grand get? God, why do you look at these stupid heroes? Yeah, Grand gains fangs at 6 and loses them at 10. Nobody looks at these heroes. Nobody cares about them. So, Mega, there's your answer. Start over. Now, I know that that's hard to hear because people that have invested everything into a hero like this don't want to see it ruined. But because this hero is so bad, you're better off foddering him, like returning her and starting over. It's either that or you break down Phoenix and convert her to Phoenix. But I don't think you have enough copies, and so you're better off just starting over on someone else. Alright, next is Lugus. This guy literally asked, should I put another Bryn in? You seriously come in here and ask, should I put in a second Bryn? What? This isn't asking for advice. And by the way, 2 Bryns is actually very bad in PvP, so don't do that. But 9.5, next. Oh no, this is gonna be this guy is gonna be so strong. This is it. Oh my god, I'm loving seeing all these Arwins. I am loving seeing Arwen as an early T4. I really love it. Because she's so good. She's so good early. Like, props to people for choosing her. Mad props for that. But I hope you have enough copies. I don't know if you do or not. Oh no, he says he does. Arwen next T4, then Veg. Should you do Veg or Verth? You can probably skip Verthandi completely. You can probably skip Verthandi almost completely. Alright, let me check on Arwen 10-star versus T4. Let me see on what changes on that, because I don't actually remember offhand. Alright, so Arwen T 10 stars is 320, attack 40, crit damage 40, extra damage 180% to mage. At T4, she does 500, attack 60, crit damage 60, extra damage to mage stains, damage reduced 40% for 2 rounds. Oh, wow. I don't think that that's like super required. It makes her stronger, but I think it means that her T1 is already extremely disruptive. Waiting on flags? Alright. Yeah, then make Veg next. The thing is, Verthandi falls off of the meta, but Veg really stays there until much, much later. Verthandi falls off much earlier. But holy cow. This team, if Arwen doesn't get stopped immediately by like a Ripper with energy, I would suggest putting Arwen in front for that reason. Then she weakens immediately. If she doesn't die turn 1, she weakens. And that disables their whole team. So even if they come at you with a Ripper, and Arwen's in front, Ripper will fire, he'll fail to stun Freya, he'll bounce off her bubble, and then Arwen will come and weaken him, and then he's screwed. And then she'll kill him. So Ripper can't stop this. Detlef is going to go after probably Freya. But if Arwen targets Detlef, he's dead. If they have like Veg or something, that hurts him too. Yeah, this team is amazing. This team is amazing. So we'll give this a 9. Asir, are you talking about T4 Arwen or not? Because this one is only T1. Yeah, Sasuke, this is... It's godlike. It's freaking godlike. This is so hard to stop. Arwen is so hard to stop early. She just... You cannot stop her. 10-star Arwen... Okay, so Arwen and Viv with Phoenix. Why would you say, why is Phoenix in there? Alright, we'll give him a 9.5 then. I feel like this is just really unstoppable. I love it. I love that I can rank these lower teams so high. That's pretty amazing. So yeah, Sasuke... If you got a score of 1 last time, that's... There you go. Straight up to 9.5s. That's how good Freya is. Her own damage isn't that great, but she weakens them, which is major. Like, for them to lose 40% and you have Viv to heal all of it back, it's so hard to get past that. Bryn, or wait, Jacob, have you looked at the Moon Shop recently? I don't think you have. Because Hodor is already in it. He's been in there for over a week. Bryn and Sig probably at least a month away. I don't know what to do with this. 9.5 next. Is it a 9.5? Sigurd's too good. We'll just give it a 9.5. 9.5 next. If you change Freya to Vivienne, yes. Yes, that helps. It stays 9. I mean, I feel like that would raise it from a 9 to a 9.5, but honestly, with this team in its current form, it's probably a 9.5 already. It's very hard to stop. This team is just very hard to stop. Alright, so tomorrow I'm going to review the new event because people will not have all the quests unlocked. So hopefully I'll have a few more of them, or I'll have the next days unlocked. So we will be able to see day 4 of the quests, but we will not know day 5 until the next day after that. If you are interested in knowing... Why won't you load? What? Was that a failure to load? If you are interested in knowing what the quests will be for the event, you gotta join the Discord. I will share them all there. I may or may not remember to share them on YouTube. I probably should, but I may be too lazy. We'll see. We will see. I haven't decided yet. I'm very bad at keeping up with YouTube comments and Instagram and all that, so, you know, better off follow the Discord and get all that information right away. So, we do have, not there, here we only know up to 3 days of events. I don't know why they bother having this one be only 2 or 4 tries when you do 6 a day. It's so weird. This one is to alter 5 heroes. This one is to finish 5 tavern quests, which I guess I should be doing because my tavern reset, but you know, whatever. Okay, that'll be all for me today. Thanks guys for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Tomorrow we will be reviewing the event, and Friday I'm going to take off, so no stream on Friday. Alright, good night guys, thanks for watching, and see you next time.